Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Anne Nwawado. Coming up on the program today. Suspected militia men attacked two communities in Demsa local government area of Adamawa State. More communities are also affected in the state. The Enugu State government upgrades more road infrastructure in rural areas. And 25 medical students in Enugu State get scholarship to study elsewhere after a delay in accreditation of their courses. Once again, welcome to the program. A federal high court in Lagos has issued a bench warrant to arrest former governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Nnamani. Presiding Justice Chuka Obiozo made this order following his failure to appear in court after the prosecution faulted the defense explanation for Mr. Nnamani's absence. Mr. Nnamani's lawyer told the court that the former governor had undergone a heart surgery in the U.S., but the prosecution said the photographs brought as proof were being taken in 2014. The former governor was to be rearraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, for alleged money laundering of 4.5 billion naira, an offence said to have been committed during his tenure as governor of Enugu State between 1999 and 2007. The latest attempt to rearraign Mr. Ken Nnamani is coming 10 years after his first arraignment alongside his aide, Sunday Anyogo, and 6 firms. The court also ordered the arrest of the aide, Mr. Anyogo. Now, both defendants were first arraigned in 2007 alongside their companies Rainbow Nets Nigeria Limited, Hillgate Nigeria Limited, Cosmo FM, Capital City Automobile Nigeria Limited, Renaissance University Teaching Hospital, and Mere Matter Elizabeth High School. In 2015, all the companies pleaded guilty to the charges, but the trial of Mr. Nnamani and Mr. Anyogo continued to stall due to the former's frequent travels abroad to treat a heart ailment. Justice Obiozo, who is the 4th judge to handle this matter, declared it today that he will not tolerate any further delay, and the trial had been adjourned. He's now adjourned the case till December the 14th. At least 2 people have died following fresh attacks on communities in Adamawa State, northeast Nigeria. Local residents told Channels Television that the village heads of Lawaru and Dong communities in Demsa local government area lost their lives in the early hours of this morning. The attack was carried out by suspected militia men. The chairman of neighboring Numan local government area also confirmed the attackers that had set people's homes ablaze. Numan itself is just recovering from an attack on Friday that left at least 4 policemen dead. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Information in Adamawa State, Mr. Ahmad Sajo, has been speaking on the attack on Lawaru and Dong communities in the state. According to him, while details of this attack are still very sketchy, the state government, in collaboration with the security agencies, are working tirelessly to ensure that normalcy is returned to the area. He called on residents in the state to remain calm and allow security agencies fish out those behind the attack.
Nobody can say exactly what is going on presently. We've had the last 3-4 days as a government, in conjunction with the security agents, been trying as much as possible to contain the situation. We've done everything we could do to make sure that such an attack does not take place. We are assuring our citizens that the protection of their lives and property is of paramount importance to us. We're going to do our best to ensure. We're calling for calm, particularly in the town of Numan. We're calling on people to remain calm and to have faith in the ability of the security agencies to control the situation. We're witnessing some massive deployment by the security agencies to go and contain the situation. And inshallah, the security agencies are going to contain the situation. And so people should continue to have faith in the ability of both government and the security agents to control the situation.
The proposed new minimum wage is still a hot topic for discussion across the country, with different workers' unions worried about its implementation. The job of how much more should be paid has been given to the Presidential Committee on Minimum Wage to work out. But the leadership of the National Union of Electricity Workers say some of the committees who are state governors will not support the new wage because they have been unable to pay the 18,500 naira minimum wage.
The minimum wage is not helping matters. And the minimum wage committee and its composition is questionable. Why will you put a governor who is not paying salary into the minimum wage committee? What is he going to do there? I am asking this question. Somebody is not paying 18,000 and then you want to increase salary. Then you put him there. To do what? These are issues that there is going to be, all of us here at the end of this next meeting, everybody should prepare their minds that these governors who can't pay 18,000 will not agree for them to pay 100,000 or even 50,000. Therefore, we should prepare for war. Nigerian workers should not be deceived with the pomp and pageantry that associated the inauguration of the minimum wage committee. It may be dead on arrival.
The former president, Goodluck Jonathan, says he is pleased with the performance of the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, in the area of project execution. Speaking in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, when he stopped at the government house, the former president says he is optimistic that the National Convention of the People's Democratic Party will produce a stronger party for the 2019 elections.
We'll go through the convention and the party will become solid. Now we have a caretaker committee. And when you're a caretaker committee, you're not as strong as fully elected chairman. And you know, the party passed through some challenges. Luckily for us, we've passed through that phase with the pronouncement of the Supreme Court. So now we want to formally elect the officials of the party that will lead the party towards the 2019 general elections. And I'm very hopeful that I think that's coming Saturday, 9th of December, we'll meet and I will be able to elect our national officers.
From Rivers State, we go to Enugu State, where the government has flagged off a road construction in the Udenu and Igboeze North Central local government areas of the state. The 10-kilometer multiple road construction, estimated at 1 billion naira, is expected to ease the burden on road users who have experienced difficulties over the years.
For years, communities in Udenu and Igboeze, North local government areas of Enugu State, have complained of suffering neglect in the areas of infrastructural development. Their biggest challenge is how to transport their farm produce for sale.
Many of us who used to come home regularly for one political or social activity or the other found it very difficult, such that we used to park our vehicles at the express road and then trek home.
Sometimes erosion causes of the road such that vehicular movement is obstructed, that people cannot even move from one part of the local government to the other. These are places where we know a lot of agricultural produce come out from, and difficulties are experienced in bringing out these things to the market.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
So it was with joy that these communities hosted a flag-off ceremony of major multiple roads projects as they trooped out to voice their support for a project the state government says will bring them some level of comfort.
What we've done is to get our checklist, work out the work-based structure for the contractor, and we have agreed that the documents, the design, and the bills, based on that, the contractors has already fully mobilized to site as we speak. And what we're expecting is construction par excellence.
This is to tell the contractor that we are at his back and we are the police following him. Whatever he can do to make this road a standard one, that is why we are here.
There was also an inspection at the Abenye Bridge in Isiuzo local government area. The state government says it's aware of the importance of infrastructure development to the growth of the state's economy, which will be driven by the people, promising completion in 6 months.
When news across Nigeria returns, 25 medical students in Kogi State have been offered scholarship by the state governor. We'll tell you more. Stay with us.